This has been a wild few months for you.
It's been different, hasn't it? Yeah, it's been pretty wild, I think is the perfect way to say it.
So did it become real when you got here and started seeing some of the guys?
Yeah, definitely when I jumped on the plane, Corey Schneider was on my flight here, so I was like, okay, this is actually going to happen, and we're going to be around the All-Stars, and we're going to actually go through with this.
John, I'm sure the last little while, so many people have given you a million reasons to not come and a million to come. But I think you've kind of let everybody know that it really has come down to what it would mean for you and your family. Can you put into words what that means for the listeners?
It's you hear it from both sides. Obviously, I've heard many negative things along the way, and you just kind of drown those things out. I think with my job, I've heard negative stuff my whole career, so I've been used to it. But I just kind of drown those things out and focus on the positive things. I'm supported by my peers, my teammates, and all the guys who I've talked to along the way, and most importantly, my family. They stepped up and they said, this is a pretty big, opportunity for you. This is the All-Star Game. You never get a chance to do this ever. So we decided to go no matter what.
Is that why you dug in on this? Because it's the fighter in you?
And it wasn't even, I don't know if I dug in. I just kind of held my ground. I wasn't going to be pushed around. I wasn't going to, just let someone take advantage of me. And I just said this would be a good thing. And I think the fans will like it. And at the end of the day, I think it'll be good for the game. There'll be a little bit of excitement, and it'll be a fun hockey game.
Are you nervous, though?
Oh, yeah.
Part of you
absolutely. It's anytime you talk about 3-on-3 in skills competition, I think that is not my game. It's nothing I've ever done. I've never really played 3-on-3. I've never.
Have you played a shift of 3-on-3?
No, never. I don't play in the third period most games, so it's definitely be different, and it'll be definitely nerve-wracking. I've thought about it many times. I kind of just try to play out how it's going to go, and you just don't know.
Do you understand why there is so much controversy about this, though?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It started off as a farce. I get it. It was, I don't know, someone said it was some blogger who kind of brought it up, and it just kind of gained steam. Yeah, and it just kind of gained steam, and it kind of went from there. It got picked up on all these other sites, and here we go. So, yeah, I understand that, but I don't like to look at it that way.
When you factor in the trade and being sent to the American Hockey League right away, is there a part of you that says that this could be my last shot of ever being associated with the NHL in the way that I've felt the last throughout my career? Is this it? Is this the last shot at?
Absolutely. I've definitely thought about that. My wife's brought that up to me. She said, this could be it, so go and have fun. Like, if this is your last NHL opportunity, it could be worse. It could be a lot worse. So hopefully it's not. Hopefully I can get, back in the league this year and make a run for the playoffs and stuff like that with Montreal, but you never know.
If you could go back in time, sorry, Nick, are you happy that this has happened, or would you prefer it didn't happen?
Yeah, it's such a tricky thing because you never know. If I didn't get voted, maybe I'm still with Phoenix and this whole thing doesn't happen. You just don't know how it works out. But I'm happy. It's when you're growing up, never would I ever thought I'd be at the All-Star Game. I used to watch the skills competitions. I used to watch all the games and stuff, and I loved it. And so now just to be able to play in a game is crazy. Like, it's, mind-boggling.
John, my biggest fear towards the latter part of my career was, and I had a ton of anxiety, was what am I going to do when I'm done? Okay? And the difference between me and you, although we played that kind of similar style, was I didn't have a degree from Michigan Tech to fall back on. Is that your safety net here to also kind of tell the NHL that I'll be fine if I'm not associated with the NHL because of my decision?
Yeah, and I think I always have that to fall back on. I never want to be the guy to kind of say, stick it to the NHL. I never want to do that. I think that's nice to have in my back pocket. I'd like to stay in hockey as long as I can. As far as playing in the NHL, it's it's a great job. But yeah, I have an engineering degree, and I'll use that when I'm done playing. And it's nice to know, like, I'm not going to be out of work when I'm done playing. And, I don't have that worry like other guys do.
But is there the thought that this could blackball me or ostracize me?
I hope not. I don't think I've done anything wrong. Like, I think I've just kind of been quiet about the whole thing and not really said much, and I got voted in. Like, what am I supposed to do? Turn it down? Like, I think I'd be crazy to turn it down. Like, this is a huge opportunity for me and my family, and like, it's the All-Star Game. It's not a serious game. Like, it's meant to be fun. It's meant to be for the fans and to have a good time, and I think that's what I'm going to try to do, and I think that's what the fan sees.
What are your expectations for yourself on Sunday?
Yeah, I don't know. Just to kind of keep up. I'm hopefully not going to be a fan. Like, I'm going to be watching these guys out there and kind of be in awe sometimes, but I'm just going to go and play hockey. I'm actually not that bad of a player. I'll be able to keep
I
up,
know.
but yeah, it'll be fun.
Will you seek out some people to give you some strategies out there?
Well, yeah, I was talking to Kane earlier today, and I hung out with Burnsy and Pavs last
What
night.
are they telling you?
They just tell me, go to the net, keep your stick on the ice, and we'll find you. We'll get you a couple. So
The old Gretzky Semenko, right
go to the
there,
net,
right?
baby. Yeah. I'll take it. I'll take it.
So you're not going to take yourself out of the rotation or anything like that?
No. Well, I hope not. I hope the coach doesn't take me out. It's
Because
a
we work
fun
with
game.
Doug. We work with Doug McLean. He's
Yeah.
benched people at an All-Star game before. Roman Hammerlick. He sat him down
Really?
for the final 10 minutes.
All right. Well,
For 10 grand.
Maybe one more shift.
no,
with the
if
big boys.
we're up by a few and this is for a 90 grand, I'm gonna definitely look back and be like, yeah, I'm good.
Well, you're a guy that 90 grand.
Oh.
Some of these guys is.
They're making
Pocket
6,
change.
7, 10 million. That's pocket change. This will be nice if I can win that. So I'm gonna be trying my hardest.
What's going on in the skills competition? What are you doing?
We just did it. I just voted for who's and what. I tried to stack the deck so I'd win the hardest shot, but they didn't let me. So I'm doing that. I tried to just get me, Sedin, Kane, and Johnny Gaudreau, but they're like, you got to put Weber in it. You got to put Bufflin in it. So I got the heavy hitters in the hardest shot, and I got Bufflin going fastest skater. So that'll be interesting. And
What are you doing?
I'm doing hardest shot. And I think I'm doing accuracy too. I'm not sure because every guy has to do two.
You got
two
a
or three
number in
things.
mind for the hardest shot?
Hopefully, get to 103.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe.
Wow, I know. I never got past 90.
I weigh 265 pounds.
Yeah,
I hope
there
I
you
can
go.
shoot it hard.
You're okay that this could be your legacy?
Well, going to the AllStar game or this
Yeah.
whole thing, I don't think it'll be my legacy. I think it'll be definitely a talking point. But, I played in the league for 8 years. I've done a lot of good things, and I've stuck around when a lot of guys didn't stick around. So I'm happy with how things have gone. And if this is how people want to remember me with the All-Star vote in the AllStar game, there could be worse things, I'm okay with it.
How's everything at home? I know you're expecting twins. How's
Yeah,
everything?
they're good. She's at the hotel right now just resting and kind of taking it easy. She's going to try to do as many things as she can this weekend, but obviously when you're a week out, you can't really do much.
So I'm hearing your jersey sold out.
Yeah, I guess so. Someone told me that, right? How funny is that?
Royalties?
I know.
Come on.
I'm not seeing any of the back end on any of this stuff.
I think
What-
I might have to be
what's-
your agent here.
So what? Because this is so unique, what are you looking forward to the most about the whole weekend?
There's two things. I want my family first and foremost. I think just going around with them and just being around other kids on other guys on the team and stuff like that. But just being around these really superstar players. I've been around a few of them once in a while on teams, but just to have that group of guys like Yager, Luongo, Kane, like all these guys, it's neat to kind of be around that kind of greatness. So I think I'm looking forward to that.
You
in
a
the room.
picture guy? You gonna get some pictures with
I
them?
just got one of your staff to take a picture of us right here. Yeah, I want
There
to
you
kind of
go.
remember this whole thing. This is never going to happen again.
It gets downhill after you leave this.
Well, yeah, this is the
Gotta tell
pinnacle, and then I start at the top, right?
Okay, call it. How many goals on Sunday? How many
combined
goals?
two
No,
games?
you.
You.
Yeah, combined 2 games for you.
6,
Oh, I like
Good.
it.
6 maybe. Yeah, they're going to be trying to find me the puck. They have to.
That's a career for us, by the way.
Well, I think I've got 5 in my career, so that's better than my career.
What do you think that moment will be like? The Players Tribune article is a wonderful read.
Thank you.
And I truly believe it has changed a lot of people's opinion. It's that powerful of an article. But when you went to the National Hockey League, you were nervous. You didn't have your passport, and you had to wait a couple of weeks. But what do you think that moment will be like on Sunday?
It'll be special. Even just like turning around and looking at all the setup they have ready for us. It's cool. Like I'm turning into a fan myself. I've never been in this type of situation, being interviewed by you guys and like all this media stuff. I'm not used to that. Usually I'm just like the fourth line plug who maybe plays sometimes, and I don't get any of this
Two of us
recognition.
on
Yeah,
that.
so
It's 2 of us here.
it's an experience for me as well. Like I'm turning into a fan. Like holy cow! Like I'm doing an interview with you guys. Like it's cool.
Who do you think about on Sunday?
Who do I think about?
Yeah.
I don't know, my family. I think that's the most important thing to me. I think they were the driving factor, and I hate to beat a dead horse always, but if there wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. So I think they'll be there. I'll look up and they'll have my jerseys on and stuff, and they'll be cheering for me, and it'll just be a neat little moment.
Well, thanks for doing this.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations. There's been so much said about this, and you've handled it with grace.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm just
publicly,
ready
so-
for it to be over.
Really?
Yeah, just get back to normal. Just play hockey and just not deal with all this all-star junk anymore.
Well, you got a couple more days.
I
So
know.
More days.
enjoy that.
I will
that part of
enjoy it,
It's-
yes, definitely.
The hard part's already over.
Yes.
Thanks to John Scott.